All right, guys, I'm back April 12th. I got my home run ideas for today. So we can't recap yesterday because everybody that we had is still playing or is yet to play at the taping of this video. So you can see on the screen right here, these are the weather impact, the home run impact at the stadiums on the screen. Here's the second sheet right there. And then let's just get right into my first idea. Yordan Alvarez versus Tyler Anderson. So right off the bat, a little history between the two. 14 at-bats, 5 hits, and 2 home runs, Alvarez off of Anderson. So Alvarez has had 9 hard hits in the last 5 games. So that's equivalent to almost 2 a game. And 8 of the 9 hard hits were not just the 95 miles per hour minimum. They were 100 miles per hour or higher. I love it because the higher the miles per hour off the bat, the more leeway you have with a launch angle that might not be so perfect, put it that way. So with Yordan Alvarez, he's averaging a launch angle of 25 degrees on all of his batted balls all season long. So what's the significance of 25 degrees? If you want to hit a home run, the most optimal thing is 95 miles per hour or higher in conjunction with a launch angle between 25 and 35. He's averaging in that sweet spot range of launch angles. So it's all great, right? It sounds so great. You just got to go out there and hit them, though. That's the thing. With these home run plays, you have to be lucky. You know, sometimes you play a player a couple days and you're like, I'm done. And then he hits a home run the next day. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, everything looked perfect, but they still got to go out there and do it. They still have to go out there and have someone pitch, give them a pitch that they can hit a home run off of also. So Tyler Anderson's top 2 pitches are his 4-seam fastball and his cutter, the highest percentage that he throws. And Ballpark Pal has both of them graded as a C. Well, C- for the 4-seam fastball and a C for the cutter. So I'm liking that right there. You can see his total pitch arsenal in the very bottom middle of the screen. 37% of the time he throws his 4-seam fastball. 30% is the cutter, and then so on and so forth. Right next to that, I said, let me see what Alvarez has done in terms of hard hits. Of the 9 hard hits, how many are going to be the same type of pitches he's going to potentially see against Tyler Anderson? And you can see on the screen right there, it's a little small, but 6 of the 9 hard hits were against 4-seam fastballs, which just happens to be the number 1 hit pitch he'll probably see in terms of percentage that Anderson throws it. The other 2 of the 9 in his pitch arsenal are the sinker. He probably won't see it much, 4.3%, and then 1 pitch was not part of his arsenal. So this, from a home run perspective, it's a +0. So that's great relative to what we've been betting into. This game's being played in the home stadium of Alvarez in Houston. And I just put on the screen right there the scatter plot of where Alvarez hits most of his home runs, and it's in the right side of the stadium, which is fine. Sometimes he hits it in the left side, which would be even better because you could see the graphic next to it where you have the green, yellow, and red. That side of the field that's in green, representing how easy it is to hit a home run. That's an above average chance to hit a home run based on that stadium relative to other stadiums. The side that Alvarez mostly hits home runs, it's in the yellow, which is fine. That means it's just average stadium, which is totally fine, right? So I'm looking really hard at playing Yordan Alvarez. Obviously, the lines aren't out yet. The odds aren't out yet. So we'll have to see in the morning of April 12th. But if I play any one of these that I'm going to bring to the table, it's going to probably be this one right here. Let's move on to the next one I have. This one's a little risky to me just because I don't see this guy hitting home runs a lot. You know what I mean? He's kind of came onto the scene a little bit last year. He has a few home runs this year. His name's Ben Rice. He's taking on Jordan Hicks. Okay, there's no history between the two of them. But Ben Rice has had 7 hard hits in the last 4 days. 6 of the 7 hits, those hard hits, were 100 or more miles per hour. And his average launch angle is 10, which I'm starting to think when it comes to home run hitters, I've talked about on the other channel the sweet spot launch angle where most hits, it produces the highest batting average. Maybe it's a stretch to think this, but if you, I'm thinking, how about these home run hitters, if they can just average that sweet spot launch angle, which, like I said before, is 8 degrees and 32 degrees. If you're in that range, like Ben Rice is, he's barely in it, like 10 degrees, like I'm going to kind of see if that's an indicator versus, like, say if you have a player who is like 2 launch angle out of that, or like a 40 or something like that. So we'll see. That's kind of like something I'll watch as we go. This game is being played in Yankee Stadium, and the home run factor says 0, but it should say -13. I did not change that on the graphic, which 13 is not bad at all. Okay. So just staying with the stadium, you could see Yankee Stadium. It's green everywhere on the graphic. That's the most right bottom of the page right there. Green. So it's just a home run hitting park. So it's great. Now, the 2 pitches that he's going to see the most from Jordan Hicks is going to be the sinker, and he throws it at like 63% of the time, okay? It just so happens that 4 of the 7 hard hits that Ben Rice has hit in the last 4 games have come against sinkers, which is absolutely great because he's going to see a lot of it. So I love that. The other pitch he's going to see is a slider 24% of the time, and he's hit 1 of the 7 hard hits to that pitch. Interesting. Ben Rice this year, 2 of 3 home runs, okay? He had 3 home runs. 2 of the 3 have come off of sinkers, which, like I said, he's going to see the overwhelming majority of the time. 63% of the time, he's going to see that potentially. So consider Ben Rice. It depends on the odds. I mean, if this thing's going to be, I have no idea, plus 700, if not higher. Maybe I need to be a little higher to take a chance on it, but it is Ben Rice. So you're like, well, what about Aaron Judge? You know, yeah, he's a great opportunity too, but I just didn't put him on the list because he's probably going to be sub 200 in terms of to hit a home run, like plus whatever, less than 200. So, you know, there you go. All right, so moving on, I got 3 more. And like I said, I'm not saying that I'm going to play all of these. I'm going to figure out in the morning what I'm going to do. A lot of it might have something to do with how yesterday's results turn out. Like I said, they're all still in play or didn't start yet. So, you know, I just want to see the ball go through the hoop a little bit before I start playing a bunch of these. So we'll see what happens. All right, here's the 3 rest of the ideas. I'm going to make it go a little quicker because we're already kind of running a little late in this video already. So the next idea is Bobby Witt Jr. right off the bat. Bad weather game, -30 from a home run perspective, -30%. So with that being said, Witt Jr., 9 hard hits in the last 5 games. 8 of 9 were 100 miles per hour or higher. And 6 of 9 of his hard hits were to come off of pitches that he will see from the pitcher he's going to be going up against, Luis Ortiz. 6 of the 9 are going to be off of his top 2 pitches. So I'm going to kind of look at this one. This game, like I said, is a negative weather game. So I'm going to think about this a little bit, and we'll consider it in the morning what I'm going to do with this one if I do anything. All right, next up, Corbin Carroll of the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on Chad Patrick. So Corbin Carroll is hot right now. He has hard hit his last game was 3 hard hits, then 2, 2, 3, 2, and 2. So he is hot with the hard hits over a 6-game span. His average launch angle, like I said, is 14 degrees. So we want to be in that 8 to 32. That's more of, like I said, I'm kind of tracking to see if there's any kind of significance. The top 2 pitches he's going to see are the four-seam fastball about 41% of the time, And I just wanted to say that's the top pitch. And Carroll this year against four-seam fastballs, 9 at-bats, 6 hits. So he's having a tremendous amount of success, making great contact and hitting that ball. And 1 home run off of the four-seam fastball. So, I'm going to consider this one. I didn't write too much notes on this one, but I thought I wrote some more, but I guess I didn't. But like I said, I'm gonna assess this one. He's hot right now. And the next one, Josh Naylor, his teammate, obviously from the Arizona Diamondbacks also. Just in the last 3 games, 4 hard hit game, a 2 and a 3. So average launch angle of 8 degrees. And what else I want to talk about here? I wish I would have wrote these notes a little bit better. 7 of the 9 hard hits, okay, he will see against the pitcher Chad Patrick. So the pitches that he's had success off of hitting really hard, he's going to see most of those pitches that he's had success more recently. So that helps out a lot. So like I said, the four-seam fastball, this year he has 4 at-bats and 3 hits. So he's seeing the four-seam fastball really well, which is going to be the number 1 pitch he's probably going to see from the pitcher. And if you just go back to last year, how well versus right-handed pitchers he hit the four-seam fastball, he had 11 home runs, which equated to every 12 at-bats, he would hit a home run. 12 official at-bats versus a four-seam fastball resulted in a home run. So 1 out of every 12. It's a good kind of ratio right there. So I'm going to consider Josh Naylor also. Like I said, there's 5 of them I kind of brought to the table. I'm not going to say I'm going to play every single one of them. I probably won't. I don't know which ones I will. I'd rather sleep on it. And then in the morning, I kind of look at it with some fresh eyes and determine what I want to do. So yeah, that's about it. I just want to say, man, you guys are the best, man. The support and watching these videos. I'm just someone who always is someone who will pick everything apart and find everything wrong or how I could do and present much better to you guys. But still, you guys are watching these videos. And I'm like, I at some point, I'm going to figure this out and it's going to be a lot better than kind of a work in progress on how I want to present. Like those first 2 slides with Alvarez and Rice. I like it. I just don't know if it's time effective. It looks really good and everything, but we'll just see. Maybe I can get more efficient. I think it might be quicker because I just kind of created them from scratch. I already got them now. I got the base down. So we'll see. I'm just talking out loud, thinking out loud or whatever. So that's it. Those are my 5 plays or ideas, I should say. And it's still too early in the season. The way that I usually select home run plays is a lot quicker and a lot more efficient, but I don't have enough data yet. So I'm kind of simulating what I would do, but it takes a lot longer. The bottom line is it's like I'm looking under the hood and I'm gaining a lot more knowledge. It's taking longer than doing what I did last year. But then again, last year, 72.1 units. I'm like I said, it's not like I'm going to abandon what I did last year. But then again, we didn't start until late May when all the weather was good and you had a bunch of data on players, a big enough sample size to see who is the most consistent players instead of just, we're what? Not even, I have no idea. What are we, 10 games in, 14 games in? Now it's like we're trying to see who these players are. And of course, I like to look at the when players are the most hot, over a 10 to 14 game sample size. But also when we have a couple months under our belt, you can, okay, this one's hot, but okay, he hasn't really done anything. So he's going to fizzle out versus someone that's hot, that's been doing the things we want to do over months and months and months. There's a big difference. So like I said, we don't have that ability to know that yet because it's still so early in the baseball season. So I'll just cut it here. That's it. I just want to say you guys are the freaking best. And I'll just talk to you guys tomorrow.